Hello everyone, I hope that this one works. I tried to do a flip through of this particular journal, the Welcome to the Circus, and I don't think it taped anything. So I'm going to do it today, right now, as we sit. So let me just see if I've got it right side up. Is this the way you want to see it? Probably. I don't know. Does it make a difference? Not really. Okay. So this is the vintage circus junk journal that I did. So it's tied up with this lovely sort of polka dot blue and green kind of ribbon. And this is the cover. I did a beautiful collage and I really liked how it turned out. I happen to have some ribbon, as I call it, with little bells on it, so it seemed to work. And then this is the first page, a lot of collage. I got some special stickers that are kind of 3D-ish, so they really pop out, which I really love. And then some of this, I found some vintage pictures, but I also got some stuff out of a children's circus book. In particular, I got this paper out of the children's circus book, and it just worked really well. Now you can write on this or you can add whatever you want on this. It's your junk journal. So sometimes when I'm watching other junk journal people do stuff, because I'm very sometimes I don't bend as easily as I should. So for instance, I'm just trying to give you an example. So I'll draw this out. So for instance, this is a postcard that came with one of my circus junk journaling kits, because I decided I wanted to do this one. So for me, when I see this as it is in the kit, I tend to keep it like that. So when other people then will tear off this corner for these flowers or rip the whole thing in half just for the collage, it sort of gives me a weird permission to do that, because otherwise I'm like, well, no, it came that way. I have to keep it that way. So same thing with your journal. You can write anywhere you want. You don't have to stick to just the plain pieces of paper. So keep that in mind, because sometimes people get these junk journals and then they don't really do a lot with them or write in them and stuff because it's too pretty. So I've left a lot of actual blank pages in here for you to journal into. But I encourage you to write things all over the place, write a little something here, oh, this is a great day or whatever. But nevertheless, there is more paper in here to journal on as well. And I love the way this vintage kind of just turned out for me. And then underneath the pad of paper is a little hidden pocket with a little tag in it as well. So you can take that out. I have a few hidden things, and that's why I tend to encourage people to watch the videos so that they can find out where the hidden stuff is. So this is an old envelope that I put into the journal that you can use as a page to write on, but on the other side I made pockets, so it's chocked full of tags and different journaling cards that I made, or you can use them as gift cards, if your friend has a birthday, attach a tag to her present or whatever. You don't have to go out and buy those very expensive gift cards, greeting cards kind of thing. This is some diner wax paper that I found in the kitchen area of a store, and I just felt it really fit, so I was happy that I got it. Reinforced in buying paper I probably didn't need, but but nevertheless, here it is. So lots of blank pages went by there. Then this is actually music paper from a book that I believe was published in the 1940s. So it is genuinely vintage. So a lot of times when this kind of paper, when I put it into a junk journal, because it can be very fragile, I do tend to reinforce it with something that will keep it solid, and maybe something on the edges like I did with this fabric on the edges. And then we've got another journaling page. This is a fold out that's glued in, so there's a pocket here with a bunch of tags and cards that I've made, and then it folds out, and then it's got some more. Well, here's one card that I made, and then the rest came from a kit that I had, so I put those in there for you. This one's a little big, so I gotta find just that right spot so it'll fold over. I'll run away and join the circus. That's a collage page I did. More blank pages. Here's a pocket full of tags and cards that I made. And I don't overstuff them anymore so much, partly because this guy went in here, that's where I drew it from. Partly because I know you want to add your own stuff, so I want to leave some room for you to be able to do that. Now here's a little hidden envelope with a little card tucked inside, Ferris wheel vintage card. And then I did some collaging in here for you to enjoy. This guy's on a paper that you can write on, but I just felt he fit there quite nicely. You could put a picture here of something you're celebrating or write about something you're celebrating. We've got our little mouse ringleader. He came from the children's book, and he's introducing the page of the wonders of the circus, and of course there's blank space to journal on. Little embellishment along here. So you don't need every blank page just to be a blank page. More journaling papers. Not my circus, not my monkeys. This is the back side of that vintage music paper. I love this. This is so pretty. And it's hard to fit into a vintage kind of thing. It fits so well though with the circus, because of course you want lots of color with the circus. And speaking of color, here's some more collaging I did. And this is a little paper, well, like a clothespin that's holding a little envelope that I made that's holding a little circus card that I made. So there's that, and you can either write on the back of it, or you can use it as a envelope with a gift card to give to your friend for their birthday, or someone for their birthday. And then this actually opens up so it can hold more stuff, but it also has a plastic envelope in it, and I just thought it fit. And you've got a couple of journaling cards in there, or if you want to use them as celebration cards of birthdays or anniversaries or whatever. It's your journal, your cards, so you get to decide what you do with them. I just make them. You can write on the back of there. This, I just love the color of it. It goes well with that. More vintage. I went online and found some very vintage freak show kind of stuff, so that's what that is. This is more circus paper, and then we get into coffee stained. I tend to use coffee as opposed to tea because I'm a coffee drinker. I drink tea too, but I prefer coffee, and there's always like a little bit left, so I use it to stain my papers. I love this sort of clown just in the center here. And in the center here, you can add your own stuff, or right here. This girl that's being an acrobat is holding an Admit One little journaling card or giveaway card, whatever you want to do with it. This guy, I like that you kind of see him there, and then when you flip all the pages, you see him fully. So that's kind of neat. He's probably one of the barkers at the circus, of course. More paper. And then of course I had this beautiful fabric or bejeweled ribbon, and I added this to an embossed, because I was playing with my new embosser. So I thought, well, I'll add that pocket in, and of course it's holding some tags and cards. This is another tuck. So I use this as kind of a tab, but it's also part of the pocket that's holding a bunch of cards and tags there. And this was just too pretty to put anything on, so I just added some lovely little lace. Another tuck there, some cards. This is another fold out. So we've got our lion and life is a circus, and it folds out. And this is an interesting guy that came from that children's circus book I was talking about. I just found him really interesting, and I like that he gets revealed. And then you've got some extra paper here to use for lists or journaling on. And then this was just another collage page that I made. Lots of blank paper in here. And then the greatest show on earth, I did some more collaging with some of the stuff I found online. I added in this rameny kind of looking ribbon fabric with the beautiful little tassels. And this is black paper, so I left this side blank in case you have one of those silver or gold kind of pens that you can write on black paper with if you want. More blank paper. Did up this music paper with some more of that vintage stuff for circuses that you can find. And then this is a little journal, sort of a little mini journal kind of thing. So it's got a pocket here, vintage circus, and then it's got space here that you can write on. And also it's blank on the back, so you can write on there. And a lot of people won't see what you've written even if they're going through your journal, because they won't think to pull this out and look on the back of it. So you can hide a lot of secrets in a junk journal. Yeah, so this is not meant to, there you go. So you got a little butterfly and some tassel-y kind of ribbons. Now this is neat because this has some tickets on the outside of this little pocket that I made, and I embellished with this rick-rack. But if you unfold it, you get some more vintage papers there. But there's another pocket stuck inside with some more cards and some lovely vintage paper, lots of little things in there. And then in here, this is a file folder, as you can see, that I've kind of ripped the end off of. And then there's another little mini journal in here that I made, so you can add little words there or dates that are important. And then there's a pad of colorful paper there for you. So again, like I said, you can hide a lot of secrets in a junk journal. And that's why I also recommend you watch the flip through if you buy one of my junk journals, because sometimes you'll miss some of the pockets in the first go through. I just loved the colors of this clown. I had to put him in. So this is my whole big clown page. Step right up and enjoy the show. And then now we're at the end with the Circus Girl. And I covered it with circus looking kind of fabric, so it will be quite durable. And it's quite thick, as you can see. Lots going on in there. I believe this one is $250. And yes, that is $250 if you want this journal. This will be a special journal because it has to go to someone that really truly loves the old vintage circus kind of stuff. But that's okay. I enjoyed making it. It's lovely. So if you're interested, please reach out and message me. They go pretty fast, so it may or may not be around again. But if you want your own vintage circus junk journal made for you, I can absolutely do that, because I do custom orders as well. All right, thanks for being here. Bye.